In this video, I'm going to find for Z parameters in the given circuit. So step 1, we always chose I1 current going in, same as I2 current going in, and V1 and V2. Okay, and write down the equations for Z parameters. So Z parameters equations are V1 equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 and V2 equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2. Here Z11 equal to V1 over I1 when I2 equal to 0. So by using the same circuit, we can find Z21 by writing two more equations. So I wrote them together, Z11 and Z21. Z21 is nothing but V2 over I1 when I2 equal to 0. So in step 1, I'm going to apply KVL in this loop equation. So V1 equal to 2I1 plus 8IX. This IX is already given, IX, because there is a dependent source. He already chose that as IX, the current passing through the 8 ohms. So V1 equal to 2I1 plus 8IX. Now, if I replace this IX with I1, I'm good to go. I will get the equation with the relation between V1 and I1. So Ix equal to the voltage. What I did here to find Ix, I use the current division rule. So I1 current comes to this point, I1. Okay, so I1 comes there and it's going to split Ix and Iy. Okay, so to get Ix equal to total current I1 times opposite resistance. So I'm finding Ix here, so opposite resistance is 4 plus Iy. By the way, there is no current passing through this 6 ohms, so it's not going to come into the picture. So my opposite resistance is 4 plus 10 ohms, and the total resistance is 8 plus 4 plus 10 ohm. I mean, the current division rule, I'm going to remind you one more time. So if there are two resistors are in parallel, I can find the total resistance. So as long as I know, I can find the current passing through the individual resistance. As long as I know total current R1, R3 and R2. R1, R3 are in series, so I can combine them, make it as R4. Okay, so to find I1 equal to total current I total into R2 divided by R1 R1 plus R3, which is R4 plus R2. Okay, this is the current division rule. So I used the same principle to find Ix. So once I know the Ix value, I substituted Ix value in the first equation. I end up relation between V1 and I1, V1 over I1 equal to 7.09 ohm. That is my Z11. Now with one or two more equations, I should be able to find Z21. So to find Z21, what I did here, I applied KVL in this loop. Okay, in that loop. So minus V2. So I'm going negative to positive, minus V2 right here, minus 4Ix, plus 0, because there is no current passing through the 6 ohms, the voltage drop across that is 0, plus 10 Iy equal to 0. Now I'm going to use the same current division rule to find Ix and Iy. So if you look at that circuit, let me redraw it. Here I'm taking I2 equal to 0, right? So Ix, I already have I1, 14 over 22 times I1, and Iy, so I want Iy, the current passing through this. So according to the current division rule, Iy equal to total current I1 times opposite resistance, which is 8 ohm. So opposite resistance is this 8 ohm divided by 8 plus these two are in series, which is 14 ohm. Okay, that's how I found the Iy value. So Iy equal to I1 times 8 by 22. So I substituted these two values. Ix is right there, Iy is right there. Okay, after substituting, I end up with V2 over I1 equal to 1.09 ohm. That is my Z21. Now I'm going to find Z22. Here my I1 equal to 0. So the current coming from here must be equal to 0. I1 equal to 0. So the voltage drop across 8 ohm must be equal to V1. And there is still Ix current passing through the 8 ohm. Now I'm going to apply loop 1, apply KVL here. If I apply KVL, minus V2 minus 4Ix plus 6I2 plus 10Iy equal to 0. Okay, so minus V2 minus 4Ix is nothing but we just found. Sorry, you have to redo it again to find Ix here. I cannot use the same Ix in the previous circuit because in the previous circuit there is I1 current but I2 equal to 0, but here my I1 equal to 0, I2 is something else. So based on the I2 current, let me do the current vision rule. So I2 is coming from there and Iy is going to go down. Ix is going through this 4 and 8 ohms. Since I1 equal to 0, the same Ix is going to pass through it. So Ix equal to total current I2 multiplied by opposite, which is 10, divided by total resistance 8 plus 4 plus 10, which is 22. That's my Ix. And I'm going to do the same thing with Iy. Iy equal to I2 times opposite, which is 12. Okay, Iy, so 12 divided by 22. That's my Iy. Once I have Ix and Iy, substituted those two equations in the loop 1 equation. Okay, so I end up finding a relation between V2 and I2, which is 9.63. Okay, so Z22 equal to 9.63. Now the last parameter, I need to find relation between V1 and I2. So I can clearly see from the circuit V1 equal to 8 times Ix. Since there is no resistance here, there is no voltage drop, no current passing through it. The voltage across 8 ohms must be V1. So V1 equal to 8 Ix. So once we know Ix, I already know Ix value from the previous case. I substituted that. I found Z12 equal to V1 over I2, which is 80 divided by 22, 3.63. So my Z parameters are, these are my Z parameters. Thank you.